Hi guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. So yeah, this is something new. My name is Michaela, I'm 24 years old, I will be 25 in a couple of weeks, and I thought, what do I love more than most things? Makeup, and I also really like talking. So I thought, perfect combination, let's come on here, set up this channel and just talk about makeup. I mean, I can't say that makeup's gonna be the only thing I can speak about, but I thought it's a good place to start for me. I'm someone that loves makeup. I really appreciate makeup generally. I'm not the best at doing makeup, as you can probably see, but you know, I like to have fun with makeup. So I thought for my first video, I will do a favourites video. So my favourite drugstore, high street makeup products. I'm just someone who likes watching these videos because I like finding new makeup and testing out new stuff. So I thought maybe you guys might like this. So yeah, I really hope you like it, and let's get on with talking about some makeup. So the first product I'm going to be talking about is foundation. Now I have two foundations to talk about that I really enjoy. I should mention that most of the products I mention here I am wearing on my face currently. I did do my makeup a few hours ago, so if I'm a bit of a mess, I'm sorry. But the two foundations I have are both L'Oreal foundations. Here they are. This is the one I'm wearing today, which is the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade Golden Ivory. I really like this foundation. I think it gives you really nice full coverage. It blends super easily, and it only costs $9.99, which I think for a foundation this good, like, I love that. Also, the shade I think matches me quite well, which is hard for me because I'm very, very pale. I might as well be called Casper, honestly. And I struggle to find foundations that match my skin tone, but this one I think is really nice, and yeah, matches really well. The other one that I really enjoy, like I said, also by L'Oreal, is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Now you can probably tell by the difference in colours here that this is a bit dark. I don't know what made me look at this in the shop and go, yes, that's clearly my skin shade. It's not. The shade is vanilla. To me, vanilla is like white, like vanilla ice cream. This is more custard, if I'm honest. If I put this on, I do look a bit like a Simpson, so... But I have tried this in the light porcelain shade, and it's really good. So I can get away with mixing this sometimes with a lighter one, but it's same as this. It has great coverage and blends really easily, and this one is £10.99. So I don't think you could go too wrong with that. Yeah, great price for a foundation, and I would highly recommend both these. I think L'Oreal do come out with some really good foundations. So next up I'm going to talk about concealer. Now I am so basic, I'm so sorry. Everyone raves about this concealer, everyone loves it, and I'm one of those people. Like, honestly, I saw someone mention it on their YouTube channel a couple years ago, and I thought, that looks really good, I'm going to try it. And it is the, you can just about see, the Collection Last and Perfection Concealer. I do have a new one, you can see a bit better here. As you can see, repurchased it, so I really do love it. And the thing that's great about this is it came out in the shade 0 Extra Fair. It used to be 1 through to 4 or 5, but now they have a 0, which is Extra Fair, which for pasty people like myself, honestly, blessed. Like, I'm just so glad. It has a really nice little applicator on it, the little doe foot applicator. It lasts like all day, it's great, blends really easily again. And yeah, I just think you can't go wrong. It costs £4.19. So if I could recommend anything in this whole video to you guys, I would say this. I think it's a must-have for anyone's makeup bag. Really, really great product. So onto powder. I feel like powder is a bit of a boring thing to talk about, and I always use the same powder. I don't think I've tried a high-end powder, but I've never bought one myself because I always use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. Mine's in the shade Transparent 001. I just, yeah, as you can see, I've hit pan. I love this powder. I just think for me, I do prefer a pressed powder. I don't like loose powders because I'm a very messy, clumsy, heavy-handed person in every aspect of my life. So with loose powders, I make a mess of myself. So I prefer a pressed powder. And yeah, this one's great. Sets your skin, your foundation really nicely. Says it lasts up to 9 hours, which I 100% believe because I'll put this on in the morning and I don't have to worry about reapplying and, you know, putting more on throughout the day. So yeah, I really like this powder. So, and it costs $3.99, so bargain. I hope these prices are right, by the way, guys. They should be in that region. I just had a look online and went for the most common price that popped up. So yeah, $3.99 on average for a really good powder. I do really like this product. So contour and blush. I will be honest, I'm not someone who's great at contouring. Like I said, you probably can't tell now because my makeup has been on for like ages and ages. But I do really like the Revolution. As you see, it's very loved and well worn. The Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. This costs £8, and you do get 8 different, I was going to say colours, but you know what I mean, 8 different options. So you've got your contour shades up here, you have some like powders here, and highlighters. This highlighter, by the way, is incredible. I put it on today on my inner corner. It's faded slightly now, but it's a really good highlighter. And these contour shades are really good. As you can see, I've hit pan on a couple. And yeah, I just think you can't go wrong. I do prefer powder products over cream. I have tried the Revolution Cream Contour palette, but I just can't get on with it. I'm much more of a powder person in general. So yeah, I really like this, and for £8, it will last you ages, and it's just really good value for money. Also, the Revolution Blush Palette. So this is the Sugar and Spice Blush Palette. This is a great purchase. It's £6, and you get 6 really nice blushes and 2 highlights. I don't know if they're highlights or if they're shimmer blush, if I'm honest, but I would use it as a highlight personally. These are so pigmented. I've had this for ages and I've not hit pan on any of them, but it's just because the pigment on them is just absolutely incredible. So yeah, if I just do some swatches there, you guys can see it's incredible. You need the tiniest amount on your blush, and a little does go a long way. So yeah, for £6 and £8 for the contour, I just highly recommend these palettes. I think they're fantastic, and Revolution do some really good like powder products, so definitely worth checking out. I really enjoy, onto highlighters that is, the MUA Undress Your Skin highlighter. I've had this for a long time now, so you know the date on the bag says about 12 months to have this, so it's not quite as blinding as maybe it used to be, but I just think it's really pretty. Like, it's in this gold shade. This is the iridescent gold one. Did I say that? I'm not sure. And I just think it is really nice. It does give off a very nice, I feel like it looks a bit just like powdery there, but it does give off a really nice glow. And these only cost between £2.50 and £5, I think, maybe depending on the shade, maybe if there was an offer on, I'm not 100% sure, but they're very reasonable. And yeah, I just think they're really nice. They're not quite as blinding as some other highlighters I own, but sometimes I like to have more of a little, just like a subtle highlight, and I think this is great. So yeah, we definitely recommend this for the price. I used to use MUA makeup a lot. Eyeshadows are also good, but this is the highlight that I would recommend. So now we're going to go on to eyebrows. Now, I'm someone that has a very love-hate relationship with my brows. I feel like when they've just been waxed, I can sort of, you know, manage. I'm not very good at eyebrows generally. But yeah, I get good days and bad days with my brows. But I absolutely love, this is such a bargain. This is the Collection eyebrow kit in the brunette shade. So this costs $3.99, I believe. Let me just check my notes. So yeah, $3.99. And I think it's great. Again, like I said earlier, I prefer powder products, and that goes for anything, honestly. Blush, highlight, contour, brows. I prefer a brow powder than I do a pomade or a pencil. And this is really nice. You get a taupe shade, a dark brown, and a black. As you can see, the dark brown is very well used. I just think it's great. I just use a little cheap brush that I got from eBay, a little angled brush, just to do, like, you know, fill in my brows a little bit. Like, so I don't go mad with them because your girl's not skilled enough for that. But yeah, $3.99. You do get a little, like, is it a gel? Like a setting gel and a spoolie. Not a spoolie. It might be a spoolie. No, maybe a spoolie and a brush. Something like that. And this little mirror, which in my mind is a bit, I don't know how easy. I suppose, no, that could work. But either way, the product itself is great. I use this almost every day on my brows when I'm doing them. Very rarely do I go for my other product, which I'll talk about in a future video. Ooh. But no, I just think this is great. Highly recommend it. I think powders are quite easy if you're someone that struggles with brows. I find it easier than a pencil. Everyone's got their preferences, but yeah, it's a really good little palette to have for £3.99. Enjoy it very much. So as for eyeshadow, I have a couple of palettes to talk about. One is cheaper, and I think this is the only thing that I haven't looked up the price for, but I think I seem to remember. We'll get to it. Anyway, the one I'm using on my eyes today, which is really pretty, I really like it, is the Revolution Soph palette. So this is Soph Does Nails on YouTube. I love her content. This was her collaboration with Revolution. My palette is so dirty, I'm sorry. And inside, you get these gorgeous colours here. trying to show, let me just do it upside down. There we go. So these are the colours you get. I think it's just a really nice palette to look at, and you get, how many colours? Does it say on the front? 24 colours. I seem to think this costs around £8 to £10, which for a palette that has 24 colours in, I think it's really good. The pigment is really nice. Some of the shimmers are really nice. Like, I have a lot of problem finding shimmers in palettes sometimes that I like, but there are some nice ones in here. And you just get a nice variety. You know, you got all your nudes there to do your more everyday look. You've got some bold, like the purple, the green, the blue, to do something a bit more funky. I think it's great. You get a really nice sized mirror there. Mirrorception, so many mirrors. Oh, I'm lame, shut up, Michaela. But yeah, I just think it's really nice. So I do enjoy this. And Revolution eyeshadow palettes in general do tend to be very good for the price you pay. Another palette I'd like to talk about, which is more expensive, would be the Beauty Bay palette. Now this costs around £25, so you know it's a bit more expensive, but for the number of eyeshadows you get, I think it's great. You get 42 eyeshadows in this Beauty Bay Origin palette, and you know sometimes when you just see something and it calls to you. That was this palette. I saw it online, and as soon as I saw it, it's like the palette was like, Michaela, you will use me so much, buy me. And I was like, yes, so I did. I've had it now for about a year, maybe a bit more. Just look at this palette. Like, the colours, oh, they're so nice. I'm someone who, I do like to play around with my eyeshadow now and then, but I do stick to more nudes, reds, browns, and I think this palette is just perfect. You do have obviously some bolder, like the bright pink here, got some of the brighter shimmers. And my favourite thing about this palette that I just think is so cute and such a clever idea is if you're someone who's maybe starting out with makeup, or you're someone like me who just generally is a bit like, you know, I think eyeshadow is a lot more complex than it used to be, okay, in the sense that there's so much now with your crease and then your base and your cut crease, and so much happens. I don't know how people have the space on their eyelids sometimes. Trust me, I have very hooded eyes. So if I look normally, you can't even see my eyeshadow, so I don't know why bother. No, I'm joking. But yeah, what I really like about this palette is up here you have numbers 1 to 7 for each column. And next to each colour, it will tell you where to put the shadow. So you've got your base, your transition, your crease, liner, pop and highlight. I think that's such a clever idea. Like I said, whether you're someone who's maybe just starting out with makeup, or if you're someone like me as well, that sometimes I'll sit there ready to do my makeup and I'll just have like a blank and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what colours I want to use. So sometimes I'll open this and be like, yeah, let's go with number 3. And I'll, you know, work my way down. Obviously you don't have to use it that way. You can use whatever you want, but I just think it's a really nice idea. And like I said, it's £25 roughly, but for 42 colours, if you look at some of the high-end makeup where you pay like £40 for about 8 colours sometimes, and you get a massive mirror, which is great. Mine's filthy. But yeah, I just really like this palette and get it on the Beauty Bay website. And yeah, just think it's absolutely beautiful. And it's one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes I own. One thing I will say quickly, the shimmers aren't the best. If I quickly, I don't know why I didn't do this a minute ago, some swatches for you. I'll take some of this pink, some of this orange, and some of this sort of colour here. And if I just give you a quick idea of what these look like, I just smudged it. The pigment on them is just so nice. As for the shimmers, they're a bit more, I don't know. It's there, but it's not blinding. Maybe it's just one of those palettes that works better with a base, like whether you use an eye primer or a concealer. But I still think it's a great palette, and I'm going to stop talking because I could just talk about this palette for ages, it seems. But would highly recommend this. I use it a lot, and it's a brilliant palette to have in your collection. Okay, moving on to eyeliner and mascara. I'm going to do them both in one quick section, and I think all we have left to do then is lipstick. So, yes, eyeliner. I don't know where mine's got. Here it is. I've been using the same eyeliner for maybe about 5-6 years now, and I always repurchase it. I think it's really good. It is the Soap & Glory Super Cat eyeliner. It costs £6.50, and this will last you ages. This will last me at least about 6 months, sometimes more. It's a really nice little point you get there. It's very it's quite a sturdy point. Like, it's not overly flexible, but for me, I think that helps me. I'm someone that struggles a lot with wing liner. I've been doing wings on my eyeliner since I was about 14, and people were like, it's okay, the more you practice, you'll get better. I never did, so here we are. They never match, they're never even, but I feel like I get the best results with this product. You can get this in a thicker variety and also a skinny version. So depending on how you like your liner, whatever you find easiest. But I just think it's really good. I know you can get cheaper ones, like the collection one I used to use a lot, which is like the sort of dip one. But I just prefer the pen, and this is the best one I've used. So I really like this. £6.50. It's a good steal. Mascaras, I have a few that I like, about 3. The one I'm using today, which I really like, is this Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Drama. This, excuse me, is what it looks like. I've got the hiccups coming, great. You get a very skinny little wand, and I like this because I think for doing my bottom lashes, this works really well. I wouldn't say it gives you a lot of volume, but it does lengthen your lashes really nice. So I think if I'm going for a slightly more natural kind of look, I wear this a lot because, like I said, length looks great. As for volumizing, I really like the Maybelline Lash Sensational, which I know a lot of people have raved about. And I also really like the Soap and Glory Thick and Fast Mascara. What are the prices of all these? This one right here is $7.99. This one's $8.99. This one's about £10. So yeah, like there's 3 that I really like. Would recommend all of these for different reasons. Sometimes I use all of them, you know, just to get multiple coats. It all depends if you curl your lashes, how many coats you use, etc, etc. But all these will give you really nice results. And yeah, they're definitely mascaras I'd repurchase. I've definitely repurchased these 2. I don't know if I have this one. I think I've just had it for a very long time. I feel like the packaging might be different now because I can't remember seeing this in shops recently. But either way, great mascaras that I really enjoy using. Finally, we are on to lipsticks. Now, I will be honest, I'm just going to tell you now, my next video, I will be doing, instead of talking about more high street makeup, I will be talking about some more expensive high-end products. I don't have products for every aspect of my face like I do here, but you'll see in the next video. So I do have a particular brand, I won't spoil it, of lipstick that I live by, that I always use and that I love. Since I've started using them, I do notice I don't enjoy the cheaper lipsticks that I used to use quite as much, but I can still recommend them because I still think they are good. The one I'm wearing today is this one. It's the MUA Velvet Lip Lacquer in Tranquility. The one thing I really like about this is I do really like the little doe foot applicator. Like, I find it super easy to apply. I've had it on quite a while and it's not too bad. It's a little bit patchy. The only thing for me is they feel quite heavy compared to the other lipsticks I use. Before I started using these other lipsticks, I'll spoil it in a minute and say the name, I used to use these all the time and I really enjoyed them, and they only cost about £3 each. So I have this one to show you. I have this red one called Reckless, which is really nice, and also this one called Dash, I think it's called. Yeah, Dash. So I'm wearing this one, so I'll just swatch you these ones quickly. So Reckless, which is the red shade, really nice. They do have quite a strong smell as well, which I don't find so much with my other lipsticks, but the colours are just really pretty. Like, you've got a red and kind of like a mauvey, purpley pink colour here. And then I would also recommend the Revolution lipstick. I think the packaging has changed because these are quite old, but I have bought them since. I just don't know where they are. But here's what they used to look like. They're the Revolution Velvet Lacquer. I think they might just be called Revolution Liquid Lipsticks now. So there's a red one here, which is called Keep Trying For You. And a purple, which I really like actually, which is called Velvet Depravity. I might have to start wearing this more. The consistency, they are quite thick, and I think that's why they feel quite heavy on the lip. But yeah, they apply nice, and it's not like you have to keep layering up, you know, coat after coat, because then obviously that can make your lips feel really heavy. But I just think they're really good value for money. So this is what those two look like, and those are the MUA ones. So honestly, considering you can get this many for about £3, £6, £9, £13, like £17 for about 5 lipsticks. I mean, the ones I use cost about that each. So yeah, I would recommend these. Like, I just think it's easy enough to top a lipstick up. If it does get a bit patchy, just shove it in your bag. So yeah, these are great. And like I said, I did used to use these all the time until a certain brand came into my life a couple years ago, which we'll talk about next video. So yeah. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, being the first video on my channel. I'm sorry if I was a little bit all over the place, but I promise I'll get better. I will try my best. But yeah, so that was just a collection of my favourite, like, affordable drugstore, whatever you want to call it, high street makeup. Please give this video a like if you did enjoy it. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe to see more from me. I have some ideas coming up for future videos, which I'll probably talk about next time. But yeah, I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye!